that just does seem like he's going after her for money.
Sit. Sit. Can you sit? You want to sit on my lap too?
No.
She's like, no.
You can fit. There's space.
No, thank you, sir.
Child support has been a conversation for a long time. I've been paying since 2010, since Isaac was 10 months old. I've been paying. I gave her a long time to drop the child support. She finally agreed November last year, verbally, to drop it. And she never dropped child support. I'm still paying till today. I've warned her and I've told her, listen, like, I'm paying you child support. And I shouldn't be. You know, you're making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. And then you tell me all the other money that you make that you don't tell other people about, that I know about, like 5 to 10 grand coming in every month on Instagram just from advertisements. You got all this book deals, and here I am, you know, trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna fix the air conditioner upstairs. You know, Isaac spent half the summer sleeping on the freaking couch because he didn't have AC. It's not that I'm broke,
I'm broke.
but it,
Normal lives compared to her.
you know, I feel like for the past 8 years, you know, she's had her hand around my throat, pushing me under the water, and like, just
Okay, just want to pause there and say, like, I see where Joe is coming from, in that sense of like, you know, hey, you agreed to stop paying child support a year ago, or have me pay child support a year ago. I'm still paying, you haven't done anything about it. And, you know, things like that. So, like, just on that, with that premise of like, she agreed to it, if that's true, and she hasn't done it, that's not fair, right? However, like, this whole like, oh, like, you know, he's sleeping on the couch because the AC and this and that, like, and you know, meanwhile she's making so much money and this and that, like, I do sense like some jealousy there, like some kind of like, what the hell, like, type of deal. But it's like, yo, get on Instagram, get those ads, you're on the same show that she is. If you want to do that, like, go ahead and do it, you know what I mean? Like, Kail, I will say, has been very successful, and she started multiple businesses as an entrepreneur, and there's nothing stopping you from doing the same, you know what I mean? Like, she hustles. So just on that fact, and this could be the state they live in the law, just the fact that like, oh well, she makes more, she should, I shouldn't be paying child support, I don't really agree with that. And that could be controversial, just because it's like, look, at the end of the day, she has the kid, she has him full time, from my understanding, and Joe only really sees him on like the weekends. Sometimes he'll spend like a month there, like a couple weeks, whatever. Like, I think sometimes they also do like summers, like one summer on, one summer off. So it's a long period of time. But primarily, like, he is with her for the most part. So it's just kind of like, to me, that's what I would be looking at, like, who has him the most. And then that should determine like who's paying who child support, you know what I mean? Versus like who makes more. And I understand that law could be the way it is because of like just income. I can't pay more than what I can make, obviously. So I get that part, but for it to be like she should pay because she makes more, I don't agree with that either. Like, that's also your kid, you know what I mean? So
just holding me there. Like, there was nothing I could do about it. Like, at this point, I'm entitled to something for this past year of me paying, and I'm entitled to the help because I feel like I do need some help.
But I also just I don't know, I don't feel comfortable like taking her money. I don't know why. I guess I just don't want to.
I'm not saying, you know, I'm just trying to take her money, but there's a huge difference in the lifestyle that Isaac lives when he's over there to when he's over here.
So
I have
what?
to live my life. I have to do what's best for my son, myself, my family, and that's it. When she found out from her lawyer, the first thing she did was text me, you. You know, I just wish she had the courtesy, instead of saying you, to say, listen, why are you doing this? What's going, like, do you need help? This is not something that is just came out of nowhere, out of the blue. This is something that's been going on for a long time. This is not something that just came out of nowhere.
I have mixed emotions. I have mixed feelings. Like, I do see where Joe is coming from, in the sense of like, hey, instead of being like, the you, message her or message Joe and be like, hey, like, what's going on? Why do this? Why go through the court? You know what I mean? Because I think going through the court, like watching the show from the beginning, seeing the amount of time and money these people have put into the court and the justice system, why, when you can just sit down and have like a conversation? Because to me, that just does seem like he's going after her for money. Be like, hey, I need help. She makes a lot of money. She should be giving me money. No, man, you are struggling to raise your kid. You need to get a better job, or you know what I mean? Like, that's just my opinion. You don't go after the person just because they have more money. And I think it's one of those in the sense of like, okay, I try to think of if the roles were reversed and it was the mom asking for more help and going after the dad for child support. You know, I would kind of say the same thing. Just you can't just go after him because he makes more money or whatever. Now, that with the AC example, yeah, okay, like your son is going to be living in your house. As a mom, if I'm making thousands of dollars and that's true, like I would say like, okay, like I don't want my son when he's at your house sleeping on the couch. Like, I have the money to help you with an AC. I'm going to do that for you so that he's comfortable there. You know what I mean? So I do think they could have just had, to Joe's point, a conversation of like, hey, I need help. And these are the things that would benefit him as well. You know what I mean? But this whole rant, even V, like I agree with V. V is just like, I don't really feel comfortable just taking her money. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's something about it that just doesn't sit right. And I feel the same type of way where it's like you guys, you know, have your own household. You have that responsibility to maintain that household that your child is going to be staying in. So it kind of just seems like a little bit of a scapegoat to just go like, I'm just going to go after my ex for money and get like back pay. Because my thing is too, it does seem a little strategic from Joe's side of like, why did you wait till now? You know what I mean? I wouldn't let it go for like another year and then conveniently now be like, oh, I can go for her for back pay now. So to me, it's like kind of like, how long have you been planning this? How long have you been plotting it? You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This is a tricky one. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.